I don't look as ashy.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. What's going
Yeah,
on,
man.
y'all? It is the AVIOT Sunday Brew. I'm about to say the AVIOT podcast. It's AVIOT Sunday Brew, which is an offshoot of the AVIOT podcast, where us, the members of the podcast, come and speak to you all live. So, how's everything going, man? Let me
Chilling, man.
open these
You know how
things
we
right
do.
here. I hear an echo, so let me open. I always gotta open the my closet doors because this area isn't as furnished right now. So yeah, that sounds better. You hear how the
Right?
echo kind of went away?
Nah, cuz I never hear the echo. Never hear it.
You never hear the echo? Okay.
Never.
Well, hey, yo, listen, I ain't coming with no script because I have been seems like all around the world and back,
Hmm.
and I think we can start by what we ended our last podcast episode, which I got to post. We ended our last podcast episode on, which is speaking on the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So just want to get your impressions of that, and then we're gonna go down the rabbit hole afterwards.
cool. Super Bowl was great. I enjoyed it. You know, I saw a clip of someone. I tried to see who it was. You know, TikTok. They have somebody showing you somebody else stuff, but you don't really know where it came from. So this guy was saying the reason why Kendrick didn't perform his hits
We we,
because of
we going
money.
in we going into that. We going
You
into
said
that. I
Super
thought we were
Bowl,
talking
right?
about Super Bowl. The Super
The
Bowl and the
football game?
halftime performance. Yeah, the football game.
Man, F that football game. I'm sorry. I
Dang,
didn't know we
son.
talk about that.
Dang. Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay,
Okay, no, no,
just
no,
saying.
no. No, you got a point. You got a point. Damn, I got okay. Well, you say Super Bowl. I forgot the football game was happening because who I wanted to
I think a
win
lot of
won.
people. I think a lot of people forgot.
Exactly. And I think you and I we spoke about that. We were saying, at the end of the day, it sucks because it's like Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. They
Yeah.
won. They had an amazing game. I mean, they stomped. Okay, don't let that score fool you. Uh, you know, don't let that score fool you. Was 22-40. It was a butt whooping.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. From the
yeah,
giddy up. And
yeah.
I'm glad it happened too, man. Because listen, let's not sugarcoat it. Kansas City, they MAGA, okay? That's
Mhm.
literally the MAGA team. You got MAGA, they call him MAGA Mahomes, aka Kermit the Frog, aka Patrick.
Correct,
He
correct,
over
correct.
here, his wife, his mother-in-law, I think his own mama, they suspect when
I
it
don't know
comes
about
to
his
this.
mother-in-law. I know his mother. His mother and his brother.
His mother, okay, his mother
Yeah.
and his brother, okay, okay. Sorry, I
Yes.
thought I saw something about his mother-in-law. Yeah, so they're supporters of this current presidential administration. And so, and then I think the president and his team put their support behind the Kansas City Chiefs. You see before the game, one of the players, I don't know his name, shook the president's hand. You saw that
Yeah.
clip, right?
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I'm sitting over here like, nah, man, we can't be given into that because this presidential administration, too much division, too much negativity. So the fact that the Eagles won, I got my ties to Philly,
Hmm.
so I'm very happy for Philly as a city. But I'm just happy. It's Black History Month. I think all of Black America or most of Black America put their energy behind the Eagles. I'm happy for Jalen Hurts. So many people doubted him, especially in sports media. And my mom was asking me like, why is everybody on Jalen Hurts so much? And I said, Ma, I feel like that they are on all black quarterbacks like that. I feel like they always give them the harshest criticisms. What say you?
So, I agree, but that's nothing new, right?
Mm,
They have always been giving black quarterbacks like they always move the goalposts. So with
mm.
Jalen Hurts, so we're gonna speak on Jalen Hurts just for now, only because he won a Super Bowl, and
Yeah,
let's
yeah, yeah.
focus on him. With Jalen Hurts, oh man, he's always been a good football player. He's just not the uh the common stay in the pocket football player, right?
Hmm.
He's an athlete. Who wants to stay in the pocket if you can literally run down the field if someone's coming after you? I mean, if you think about it, I'm pretty sure if say for instance, one of the greats, I must admit, Tom Brady. If Tom Brady could run a little faster, he probably got the hell out of Dodge because you're gonna feel that pain at the end, right?
Mm.
So a lot of sports commentators, they didn't believe in Jalen Hurts. It was I don't think it was as bad as how they treated Lamar, as far as they were saying Lamar should be a running back and a
Mm.
receiver. They just
Mm.
they just said that Jalen Hurts wasn't a good football player, but you know, he made it to the Super Bowl and he won the Super Bowl. And so I'm curious to see where they're going to rank him at now, because for all the quarterbacks that they're saying better than him, Burrow, uh, Allen, which I don't really think Allen is that good. I think Burrow is good. I think Burrow is good. I
Yeah.
don't think Allen is good. Josh Allen.
Mm.
Um, and Herbert, I'm still out. I'm still iffy on Herbert, but Burrow is good. Dak Prescott, he's trash. I mean, he's going to come back this year, but he took so much. I mean, he's the highest paid quarterback, but he was out for the season. So I like to see where they're going to rank him at. But back to Jaylen. So I think that's probably why. I think Jaylen, there was a lot of naysayers. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
throw more than 200 yards. That's a problem. It's like a win is a win. So, when it came to Jaylen, I think it was more negativity. And now, he's making people eat his words. And he's a humble guy, right? He seems humble and he's not really holding that against him. He's like, whatever, I'm trying to win. And he
That's
doesn't
true.
mind giving, what is it, Shay? What do you call him? Saquon, because somebody messed it up. I think somebody yeah. So it was a joke that happened when this drunk guy from Washington, I think he was calling him Shaquan or something. He was calling him something, but it wasn't Saquon. So I don't know if
Oh,
you
so
saw,
he's trying to throw shade towards his name.
or he was drunk. So I
Okay.
don't know if you saw. So I don't know if you saw when Jaylen, when he was shouting out the whole tune. I'm sorry, the whole team, and he mentioned Saquon Barkley, but he said his name different.
No,
I don't know if you
I ain't
saw
see
that.
that. I ain't see that clip.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. So I
Hey,
mean, at the end of what's
hey,
up?
Braden. Nice to see you, Braden. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Just real quick, random. Speaking of
Yeah,
negativity, so there are a lot of negative comments in the comment section, y'all. Just so you know, y'all can keep on putting the negative comments. We're focused on the comments that actually add to the conversation, and just
yeah,
know that if it's on your mind to put out like homophobic slurs and whatnot, that's on your mind. That ain't on our mind. So that says more about you than it does about us. And if it's on
yeah.
your mind to make fun of us because we're black, that's on your mind. That means black people
I'm
live
living
rent
rent free
free
in
in
your
your
head.
head. Yeah,
Yes.
living rent free in your head. So we ain't talking about that. But go ahead, random. As you were saying,
Yeah. So I
he said the
no.
name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think shout out to the Eagles, man. Good game. I'm glad they won. Because I think this year would have been just like last year. The Chiefs did not deserve to win. Their 15-2 records was that was a shaky record. That was a
Oh,
shaky
because of the
record. And the
refs.
last time I saw a
The refs
team have a
calls.
shaky record was Philadelphia when they were 13-3 or 13 and
Okay.
something, and they
Mm-hmm.
lost.
Mm-hmm.
So because remember it was that year that they lost against the Chiefs. But remember every game the freaking Eagles will come back and they'll win by like 2 points or 3 points. You're like, what the hell? And then it came back to bite them in the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, but that was a questionable Super Bowl, man. How it ended, I did not like the way it ended. And then that holding call, that was not a hold.
oh
You
no, it
remember
wasn't.
the
It
infamous,
wasn't.
yeah, that was not a hold.
No, it wasn't a
So,
hole. It wasn't a hole. It wasn't a hole. But no, but what I'm saying is what happened with the Chiefs with their 15-2 records, if you look at their games, they never ever won by more than probably 3.5 points, and I'm going on an average. So,
I see, I see.
so it was only going to catch up to them eventually, you know.
I hear you. Oh, just want to go back to a comment. So we said hi to Braden. Hey, Catnap, what's up? So this person, Y Wahoo, said Brady isn't a goal. He deflated his balls in their Spygate, and there were favorable, questionable calls and key games. Yeah, I mean,
No,
there's
I
always going to
agree.
be controversy
I agree
surrounding
too.
Brady. Yes.
No,
He's still as much as we can't stand him. I can't stand him. I should
I
speak for
can't stand
myself.
him either, but I can't take it away from him.
Yeah, you can't take away. He's a great quarterback. Would
He
I
has
call
7
him the
rings.
would I call him the GOAT? I don't know, because if we gotta
I mean, in
separate it
quarterback
into,
standards.
yeah, we gotta separate into sections, because I can't
Yes.
stand when they say he's the GOAT of football, because Brady can't
No.
run a route. He's not a
No.
wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So that's a different story. I like of the quarterbacks I've seen, he's really good, because I mean you gotta look at it. He left what's it called? I'm not
New
forgetting the
England
name. New
Patriots.
England. Yeah, he left New
Yes.
England, then went to Tampa Bay and still won a chip. So I mean,
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is. You can't take that away from him.
And also, you can't take that away from him because if you're not calling him a GOAT, then I guess you're not calling Belichick one of the greatest coaches. And we
Well,
saw that when it's all said
Belichick
and
couldn't do it
done.
without him.
Exactly. I'm about to say you saw those 3 years when Brady left. Belichick was 4 and whatever. So,
Right.
but yeah. So
So, all right. So, yeah, I hear you with that. I mean, the thing is with Jaylen, I'm glad that he silenced everybody. Mom and I, we were watching some videos on Jaylen, and she's like, in later years, he seemed like he's become more reserved because it seemed like he talked more, he was more friendly when he first got into the league. And I said, that's probably the stress of the media and everything wearing down on you. He's like, you know what? I'm just not talking anymore. I'm just going to just chill, focus on my game. Because I've seen that be a talking point of a lot of people now. They're saying he has no personality, like he doesn't emote such and such. And I'm like, well, maybe he's an introvert. Maybe he's just tired of y'all.
or maybe he don't trust the media because anything he says can be used against him. Listen,
True.
the media has a problem with him right now. Well, not the media, but I think people as a whole have a problem with the fact that he just signed a $255 million contract but purchased a
True.
house for 210,000,
And
not
listen,
million.
hey, ain't
So
nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing
the
wrong with
man
that.
lives a modest life. So
I
what?
think most of us need to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
But I
I
ain't gonna
mean, just
speak for
because you made
ourselves. We need both
450,
minds.
I'm sorry, just because you signed a contract for 255 million, you do the taxes. Yeah, you're still a millionaire, but you gotta spend your money wisely.
Yeah, he's building generational wealth. I know him and his wife. I think they're married now. I saw him with a wedding band on. I think him and
Okay.
his wife, they're gonna have, hopefully they have kids and they can pass down the money, generational wealth. If not that, then they can pass it down. He looks like he's investing in his community, or he looks like he's invested in his community, so
Yeah.
they can pass down the money like that. Hey Cole Stano, what's up? What's up? We're talking about Jalen Hurts, and we're unpacking the Super Bowl before we get into the halftime show. 'Cause I know that's what a lot of people want to hear, but. I'm just very happy Philly won. My sister's a big Philly fan, so she went to the
Mhm.
parade. I can't wait to do the podcast with her. 'Cause I know she's on a high. And it was, man, I feel like Philly is low key America's team because they say it's Dallas, but Philly, I've seen Philly fans everywhere. They're all over the place. And I feel Philly represents America more than Dallas does. Why? Philly is full of hard workers. Philly, they're gritty and they get out the mud. They speak their mind. And I lived in Philly. I went to grad school in Philly. I've been a Philadelphia 76ers fan. I know we're down bad right now, but I've been a Philadelphia 76ers fan since forever. And I'm just saying, like, props to Philly. Okay. Y'all deserve this.
Yeah.
The game was great and it was wonderful just for us to win. And I thought that the Super Bowl in general was very black. Taj Williams, a black woman, designed the Super Bowl logo. And I think she did some pattern that's very common in New Orleans. Then you had the SMU, no, not SMU. You had a black band that was playing in the pregame. Lettucey did great on Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Mhm.
Oh my God, the whole Super Bowl, it was just wonderful. It was a love letter to Black people, I believe. And then you also had it being during Black History Month. I thought John Baptiste did a great job with his soulful national anthem. He did a great job there. And now we're gonna get into the blackest halftime performance we've ever seen. So,
You
Jay
sure?
Randall,
You sure? Usher wasn't. Because I'm trying to
wow,
think. Trying to think. Trying to think. I
wow.
mean,
Just because you singing and dancing don't make it black, bro.
okay. So anyway, what's up?
You were gonna get into it. You were talking about the halftime show when we first started. I had to pivot back to the actual
Oh,
game.
okay. Yeah, nah.
Go ahead.
Halftime show was good. I mean, listen, I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, so I mean, it's not too much. And like I said again, I watched some of his concerts on YouTube, and I saw the one that was on Amazon for like a year, the Big Stepper
Yeah,
that
big
he
step.
did. Yeah, Mr. Morale. Yeah. So, you know what? The funny thing is, so Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper. Now, once again, this is a halftime show versus a concert.
Right.
But for the concert, I mean, for the halftime show, he did real good, I believe. I can't wait. He comes to Charlotte in May, so I can't
Uh
wait
huh.
to see how his concert is going to be. If that was just a halftime show, so I enjoyed it. I like how they incorporated Samuel Jackson, the right person to
Yeah, Samuel
be
Jackson's a
Uncle
perfect
Sam.
person, perfect
Yeah,
person for that role.
yeah. So no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed a little. I like how. So I was reading up on there, and they were saying that
What's up,
Super
Jimmy?
Bowl, the
How
Super
you
Bowl
doing?
doesn't. Yeah, the Super Bowl doesn't pay their entertainers, but they give them a budget. So they gave them a
Hey,
budget of 15 million,
hey, Raven,
and
how you doing?
yeah, and it gave him, hey, what's going on? And it gave him a budget of 15 million, and he had to actually come out of his pocket a little bit more than yeah. So it costs more than 15 million to do that 12-minute of a performance. I like yeah. So I
Yeah,
like
for
the
him to
thought
do
of it.
all of that in a condensed, because it don't even seem like that joint was 12 or 13 minutes. It does not seem like that.
Yeah,
It just went by so fast, and he really had to condense it.
yeah,
Just real quick. Hey, Rajiv, how you doing? Ravan, where are you? I guess he's saying where are we from? Oh yeah, where are you
yeah,
from, guys? Yeah, we're on different parts. We're on the East Coast in the U.S.,
yeah.
but we're in different locations. Um, yeah, I mean, it was good, but I remember you were saying something in the beginning of the show. You were talking about how he used primarily his songs from GNX, and it was a money move. That's the theory.
Yes. So the theory was okay. So the theory is like this. This was so I'm gonna watch it again. So what the guy was saying was now that Kendrick is now a independent artist per se, his contract is different. So now he signed a licensing deal. So now he gets 80% of the proceeds versus back when he was TDE, he only got 15% of the proceeds. 15%. So
Mm-hmm.
put it like this: they were saying Kendrick can now make $30 million for anything he does, versus back when he was signed with TDE, he was making like roughly around 2 million
Mm-hmm.
per stream, or what I'm sorry, not per stream, but like for 1.5 billion streams, he'll get like
Mm-hmm.
2 million versus 1.5 billion streams now, he can make up to 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying was for him to do his old songs like what songs he
All the
didn't
star.
do?
He did. He did. I know he did all the
He did
stars,
all the
and he
stars,
did
yeah, but
humble.
like like all right, he couldn't do that because that cost money. Like the more he grabbed from the old TDE
Mm.
bag, it would have cost him more. He's making more money doing GNX. That's why he only did DNA and all the stars. So anything else
And
was
humble.
yeah, humble. So yeah, so you had probably picked the songs that were more popular, I guess,
Yeah, I
for
mean,
that era.
first off, they fit into the storyline, and
That's
then
another thing. But all right, what I
secondly,
fit in the storyline too. Don't be. Let's be honest. All right could fit any storyline he was saying.
that's true. But he already did that with the Dr. Dre Super
And I
Bowl,
think that's
and
probably why he didn't do that. And Money
yeah.
Trees wouldn't make any sense. Even though I love Money Trees.
Oh, Money Trees is fire. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, these aren't the songs he performed. Not all of them were his most popular. Because I mean, come on, if he played "B Don't Kill My Vibe," everybody would have been rocking out in there. But
everybody.
I think it was a strategic move if he did just
Yeah,
do mostly GNX for the money to go to his folk. I think that was strategic, and I wouldn't be surprised if they worked that in, but it still fit within the storyline. I mean, listen, at the
yeah,
end of the day, you can have a revolutionary mindset, or you can do something that's for the people, or do something that has a message, but still count your coins, because at the
yeah,
end of the day, like him making more money, that's more money he can invest in his community over in Compton, over on the West Coast. That's more money he can pour into the kids, because he does give back. He does give
yes,
back. He's a
he
big
does.
time philanthropist, and he's not vocal about it. But and he even touched on it in your favorite song off of GNX, Reincarnated. He touched on it.
Yeah,
He touched on his philanthropy, and so like having more money allows him to do more things. So I don't
correct.
think we should knock him for that.
Heck no. And also, he has a GNX tour come out. I wouldn't have done any of those old songs anyway because he probably only performed a lot of those old songs.
Yeah, yeah,
Focus on GNX. It's a GNX tour. Focus on GNX. I don't
yeah,
want to hear Mr. Morale. That was a
yeah. It was a good
concert 2 years
time.
ago.
Yeah, it was a good time. Sidebar, I listened to Mr. Morale yesterday. Bro,
Yeah.
that's Chad joint crank. I was listening to Count Me Out. Oh my
Oh,
God. I have a newfound appreciation for that song.
yeah. I was listening to that last night in my car around like 9 o'clock, and I had it bumped. And I know my neighbors probably because no one ever knows when I'm home because the lights are always off here. I know they probably was like, "Where's that coming from?" I had my eyes
Yeah,
closed. I was listen. I was in the zone. Count Me Out is such a good song, man.
it is. It is. It's very good.
The whole album is good, but you know how I always bigged up that album. Mr. Morale to me was always like that, coming out just mature. You know, it was something, and the reason why I really liked it because it was more personal. See, a lot of rappers or a lot of musicians, they don't really get too personal, and when they do, we don't want to hear it. Meaning, we don't want to hear about your personal life in the bed. We just want to, we just want to know what's going on.
I don't want to hear about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of them can't seem to do it right. That one right there made you feel like it was okay if you have something going on to go seek help, go seek a therapist, talk more. Don't keep everything inside because it will only harm you and the ones around you in the long run.
That's true.
So that's why I liked it.
Just want to address some comments. Ray Van, you said you're from India. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. We also have a podcast, the AVIOT podcast. So those of you who are on this live, make sure to go stream that. We're going to be releasing an episode where we go down in depth. And I looked at the episode, bro. That joint is almost an hour. We talked a lot.
I know it was. Yeah,
we talked a lot. Yeah, so we talked a lot about the halftime performance and some of the symbolism there. So we have a more in-depth breakdown. That episode will be releasing today. I always say, like, we're going to release this episode, and then I don't release it. Trust, I'm going to release that episode today. My wife ain't going to be home, so I got time. I got time to edit. So, but thanks, Rajiv. Thanks. I just got my hair retwisted. My jaw was looking trash. Like, my hair was looking beat, okay? So I'm glad it's good. Hey, Jimmy. How you doing? Hey, Jordan. Hey, Luca. Moy, we're talking about the halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Last question I want to ask before I pivot into another topic. Was Scissor's mic on?
No. No. Kendrick mic was barely on.
I thought it was on.
Kendrick mic was barely on. So, I mean, okay, put it like this. It probably was on like how J-Lo mic is on sometimes, just in case, because I must admit she did sound good. That's why I was like, nah, that mic can't be on. Because I heard her live. Man. I'm hoping she sounded better than she did at the Christmas concert they had. I know it was probably pretty cold in LA. I'm hoping that was the case because that was bad.
Oh man. Well, yeah. We'll see. I'm excited for you at the concert when you do eventually go to the concert.
Yes, May, right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm very excited for you at the concert. I'm not a concert guy. Maybe I should have reconsidered for this one, but hey, I'll see it when it's on DVD. Okay, I'll see it when it comes out on streaming.
No, that's true. Because I'm just glad that the tour is also now going to Europe. I think they have like 13 stops in Europe.
Ooh, man, I'll tell you.
And they already sold out too.
Kendrick gonna be tired. Okay,
yeah.
We ain't seen.
He's really gonna go back. He really gonna go back and hide in after this.
Yeah, we ain't gonna see him for another 4 years.
Yeah. That's all right though, man. He's trying to be the exec, so he needs to really start focusing on his act before his act start feeling some type of way. So
yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. Yeah. We have someone from Morocco on the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of material. Obviously, as a fan of the music, you want more, but I'm excited, and I think just what Kendrick's putting out right now, you have people following suit like Tyler the Creator. Like his album was very personal. I loved his album. Doechii, very personal. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Peace be unto you too. But I think that the wave that we're seeing, and I saw this on the bigger picture, the bigger picture with DJ Head and all of them. DJ Head was saying that I think we're going to see a wave in music where people are going to be more personal in hip hop and R&B. No, it's coming. It's coming. He said he thinks that SZA. I'm not saying he's right. This is just a theory. He says that SZA and Kendrick are going to lead this new wave of artists to be more personal and to say deeper messaging. Do I believe that's going to happen? I'm skeptical because when you have albums like, and I saw someone mention it early, this darn some sexy sauce for you.
That's why I wanted to ask you when.
When you
because
have albums like that coming out, I'm like,
I don't know if
I
you
don't
heard
know.
it. I don't know if you heard it.
I ain't hear it.
See,
I ain't
see,
hear it.
nah, see, look. We got to be fair to we got to be fair to our listeners. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I listened to the album. Okay,
Okay, so you
and
could
I
give an
can give
opinion.
you, my honest opinion. It should have stayed. No, what did Kendrick say? Erase that hard drive
When he said that?
on family ties. Remember, burn that single, erase that hard
Oh,
drive.
dang,
Remember?
you going back to Family Ties?
Yes. Let me explain
Okay.
to you why.
Uh,
Drake has not grown up. That album is beyond horrible.
okay.
That's that happens to me. If I was Party Next Door, I would be upset that whatever he's going through is messing up what Party Next Door is going through. Because Party Next Door, it was like it kind of reminded me of the Her Loss when I felt like 21 Savage was a guest, and that was Drake album featuring 21 Savage. That's
I
how
see.
this album sound like because Drake had so many solo songs without Party Next Door. I was kind of like, well, where the hell Party Next Door is at? Like where
I
is he?
see. I see.
And he got this song called Hug.
Give me
He
a
hasn't
hug.
grown up. And Hug,
Okay.
he's telling the strippers, I miss you. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. It's been a while. Give me a hug. Then he brought up the beef real quick. Then he like jumped off of it. And then he got another song when he's telling this girl, I heard your mother kicked you out the house. I'm like, bro, what girl are you talking to that's still living with her mother for her to be kicked out the house? Like
He
it
ain't being them allegations. He ain't being them allegations, bro.
thank you. So for me, it wasn't a good album. And I was hoping that it was at least something that could go, okay, I can see that he's focused and he might come back. But with this album, let me tell you something. This album's number one is on hype alone. Hype alone, but it's a bad hype because I'm seeing a lot of Drake fans. They don't know what to do. They're looking like, nah, this can't be this. This can't be it. He has a Mexican song.
Yo, I saw the Mexicans reacting to that. I saw some Mexicans. They're like, "What is this?" Sidebar. Hey,
Yes,
Razan, you wanted to shout out? Is that how you pronounce it, Razan? But nice to see you. Thanks for coming on the live. But
yes, yes.
yeah, the Mexicans that I saw, they were making fun of that.
I don't know.
Yeah, you saw the comment too, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yo, so I know that's funny. We both look. Normally, I try to ignore the comments and let
Yeah,
you read
yeah,
the comments.
yeah.
But nah, be honest with you, I was told by my wife that I was being biased. But I mean, you even hear Charlemagne, even though we really don't subscribe to him, he was saying the album is not good. A lot of content. Okay, a lot of content creators besides suspect Kai Sanat
Oh,
gave it an
Kai's
8
not
out
the
of a
same.
10.
Kai's not the same one that said that Kendrick had did the cheers at Kendrick's halftime performance. They added cheers to it, right? The same Kai's
Yeah,
not that said that,
yeah.
correct?
He
And we
gave
saw the
this
video
album an
saying that
8
didn't
out
happen.
of a 10.
Bruh, y'all bar for greatness is low. Y'all
Let me tell
bar
you
is low.
something. This album is not a good album. From the singing, it's horrible. It's all auto tune, but it's like
Mm.
it's not even good auto tune like T Pain. It's bad
But T
auto
Pain can
tune
actually
like.
sing. But T
But
Pain can actually sing. That's the thing.
well, I mean, they need to call T Pain engineer up and get that auto tune right. That auto tune sound like it
We're,
was bad. It was. Hmm?
so Dean, we're talking about some sexy songs for you, the new Aubrey and Party Next Door album. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
personally, I didn't like it. I was hoping that it was something good, but to me, it was just bad. I
Listen,
I Yeah, he's done. If this is
I
all
ain't
he got
listen.
to offer, he's done. Beat
I ain't
selection was
listened
trash.
to. I ain't listened to Aubrey in years. Okay, I don't listen to his music. I don't support people who are negative, say negative things towards the black collective or black women. And he's been doing that for a long time. I think the last album I listened to him was Scorpion, and even that album, people say that was great. I'm like, it's okay.
This album is bad. This album is really bad. I mean, it's some stuff on this album that's straight up laughable. When you
Mm.
hear it, you just start laughing because you can't believe this dude is that cheesy and this corny. Like it's bad. Uh, Hopefully your wife listens to it so you can kind of get a sample of what the hell's going on. It's bad. Believe me.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody put it. I hate to say I don't think nobody, but I don't know.
One of
I'm curious to see what the number is going to be because the number is going to try to surpass Kendrick Lamar's numbers, even though Kendrick Lamar he was number one last week with GNX because of that amazing halftime show. He sold 247,000, but that's 2 months later. I mean, what album
but
came out?
listen,
November?
we gotta look at yeah, I think it came out in November. But we
Yeah.
gotta look at it like this. We look at it like this. Some people are so stubborn that they're going to continue to support Aubrey just because the masses say he's not that great. Some people love to go against the grain, and they love to do something because you tell them not to do it.
Yeah.
So you have that. Then you also have his cult following because remember, Aubrey represents something. And look at people who support him. He represents a bastardized version of what Black cultures are. And so what he's doing is he's capitalizing off a version of Black culture that's not healthy, that's not good for you. And you have a lot of people that will accept it because they like that aspect. They love the mockery. They love the coonery. They love that. But they don't like anything about Black culture that's uplifting. Think about how heavily criticized Kendrick it is for his performance, for his messaging. Why are we heavily criticizing someone who is trying to do the right thing, seemingly? But then we don't criticize people like Aubrey, people like Future, people like
Slim Thug, Young Thug. Come on.
Young Thug. Why don't we or people Gucci Mane, right? We don't
Yeah.
criticize people like that talk about selling drugs, that talk about sleeping with multiple women. We don't criticize people like that who don't have anything positive to say. Why aren't we extra critical of them? But then people have think pieces on Kendrick being fake deep and blah blah blah. Why do we put so much energy into that? Why
Yeah.
can't we and I'm not saying you can't have that duality because you had back in the 90s, back in the 80s, the late 80s, you had different type of rappers. You had the people that was on the ignorant stuff and you had people that were more conscious that were trying to deliver a message, right?
Mhm.
So you can have both of that, but I think we've gotten to a point where it's so skewed and we have so many people saying ignorant stuff that anytime we have a positive thing like Doechii, you say it's Harriet Tubman raps. Why are we making fun of people who are actually trying to say something positive?
Correct. And that's the problem, right? Because I think also when you think about when we just focusing on Drake, I think a lot of Drake fans are in the same realm as Drake. They don't want to grow up. They want to continue to sleep with multiple women. They want to continue to do non-adult like things, like I don't know, get out the club. I mean, it's okay to go have fun, right? But damn, we ain't trying to tell you live in the club all day when you got to pay your
It's
bills. You
expensive.
got to go to the
Not good for your health.
museum, go to an art
Yeah.
museum or something. Find something else to do. It just seems like a lot of time when I see these Drake fans online, I'm not saying for anybody who's listening to our show right now is a Drake fan. I don't see you online. But I see a lot of these Drake fans, they're chilling in their dark room and they got these strobe lights. You ever saw them strobe lights? They all got them same strobe lights that, like, my son is 22. He has those strobe lights. I'm pretty sure Drake got it at 38, 39. It's just like the core audience they haven't grown up yet. They still think those lights are cool. Like, no, those strobe lights are little beady lights. They're not cool with the controller. I mean, for a grown man. For kid, yes. And then also I think with Drake fans, I really believe they just don't know good music anymore. They're cool with whatever Drake is saying because I kid you not, this album was a bad R&B album. It wasn't even an R&B album because it had different, like towards the end, it had different type of music. But I kid you not, it was I laughed at some of the stuff. I couldn't believe it. I was like, come on, Drake, you just lost a battle. And every chance you get in every song that you do solo when you rap and you're trying to bring up the fact that everybody did you wrong, and old boy over there, he gonna get his. But then it's like, who's old boy? Say his name. Say his name.
Yeah.
Come on. Say his name.
Yeah.
I dare you.
Yeah, he don't know how to let it go. Just real
No.
quick.
Yeah.
Skulls, hey, Jay, thank you for complimenting the locks. Thank you. Someone said Hot Rod 76, rap has destroyed the black community. They all think they're gangsta, act fake. Well, I won't say that rap or hip hop has destroyed black people. I'll say that it's a contributing factor in why a lot of black individuals act ignorant and don't do the right things. I'm not gonna say that's it. We gotta look at systemic racism and oppression, us being locked out of things like starting your own business, not being able to get loans, not being able to exist without law enforcement harassing you, being harassed in school. So it's a combination of things. But I
Correct.
don't think that a lot of the hip hop or rap that's been promoted has helped. So you
Correct.
have these white
Combination.
executives. Right. You have these white executives that push a lot of negative music towards us. And the thing is, they have the ability to censor things if they want to. You remember Eminem back when he was talking about the kids at Columbine off of, I think it was the Marshall Mathers LP. They had censored what he said then. You look at on Got My Mind Made Up on All Eyes on Me, the Tupac album, when Method Man had said his statement towards people of Jewish faith. They took out those lyrics, right? So they have the ability to censor things, but they're choosing not to. These white execs are allowing this negativity, black people harming one another, to be pushed in a lot of hip hop music, black people taking drugs to be pushed in a lot of hip hop music. So it is by design. But I'm not going to say that rap or hip hop is the only reason why black people are in a bad position in a lot of cases.
Okay, Jay.
What did Jay say? Because music targets a part of the brain that conditions low vibrational people to behave and portray certain. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We can make statements that, and we know that studies do back up the fact that music can impact
Yeah, man. You ever
how
hear
you
Travis
process.
Scott music?
Yeah,
Whoa.
that is true. That is very
Travis
true.
Scott music, that the vibration, the low vibrations in Travis Scott music, sometimes if you don't catch yourself, you wind up like feeling like you're lulling to sleep. It's like, oh wait. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually took a screenshot of that comment. I think I'm gonna write a piece on that. I'm gonna write a piece on that, just how music impacts the brain. So I think
Yeah.
that'll be good. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but hey from Russia. Hey, how you doing? I think someone
Hey, how
else
you
said hi
doing?
to Jody. Hey. But yeah, so nah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that, and the thing is, we just want Aubrey to grow. We don't
Yeah,
want
that's
him
it,
to
man. It's time to grow
stop.
now.
Yeah, it's time to grow, and you can't be an old person up in the club. It's not good for your health to be in the club all the time. You're losing money by entertaining all these women, right? And even women that go
He
to the
brags
club
about
all
it
the
too.
time.
He brags about it all the time. I could pay your house. I could pay your taxes. It's like, bro, calm down, man. Yo, take some of that money and invest in your kid. Or should I put an S
Yeah,
on it? As of now, we're
yeah,
gonna say just one kid. We don't know about
yeah.
the S.
Yeah. And then also you look at a lot of these hip hop artists or people in hip hop industry, they're dying of heart attacks. You had what's his name, Irv Gotti just passed away from a heart attack. You had Fat Man Scoop passed away from a heart attack.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta take care of your health. Just living this life, it ain't good for you. Like, go
Time
ahead.
out real quick. I just want to
Yeah,
say Jay is right. Jay is right. Playboy Cardi is another one. So he is so right. Playboy Cardi, he also has this type of sound that really hypnotized these kids that really think that Playboy, like, but if you take away the 808 drums and that bass that he's playing in his music and put them on a regular beat, they'll realize Playboy Cardi is not saying anything. Just like
yeah.
Travis Scott. Travis Scott is not saying anything. But when you have the combination of the 808s and you tweak it right with the bass line and you have that melody like a creepy piano, is it? That's all
Mhm.
you need. A million later, 3 million later. And yeah, so yeah, it's definitely sad how that music, but it seemed like that music is I want to say is dying out, but then I just remember Travis Scott just won, not won, but now he is the second highest tour seller. I mean, well, not seller, but you know, he has the second highest tour now behind Aubrey, and I'm like, what is Travis Scott doing? Like when I hear his new music, I'm like, what's going on here? But yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about that cult, man.
and it doesn't make you feel good. I think that's why back in the day, and even now, I still pop in here and then listening to Commons music. It's
Hmm.
like I don't know the melodies or how they conduct it, how they put it together. It just makes you feel good after you listen to it. These
Hmm.
other songs, these other type of music, just put you to sleep. It make you feel like I'm ready
I want to
to
stay
just
home.
chill. Yeah, I want to stay home. Like I know Common, he got an album called The Dream of the Believer, and that after I listen to that album, I feel good. I'm ready
Hmm.
to just do something with my life, right?
Yeah.
Even this GNX album with Kendrick, you feel good after listening to it. You have a collection of beats, nothing sound the same,
Yeah.
and it makes you feel good afterwards. Like even
I must admit, you're right. Because there's two albums that make me feel that way. GNX and Tyler Creator album. That
oh Tyler
album is
Creator album,
still in
oh
heavy
man,
rotation. I like
woo,
I like I like music, or definitely I like hip hop when they take away the bass drums and just add real instruments to it, and you just hear like the way they conduct it and set up and arrange the music is so amazing because it's
hmm
not just like a repetitive loop. You know,
right.
you got the horns coming in and out. You got the bass line playing in the background. You got somebody probably clapping it. It seemed like they're having fun in the
Right,
studio.
right.
Versus sometimes when you listen to um, a Travis Scott or even the Migos, you know, sometimes you like you don't realize you 4 minutes in and the beat hasn't changed.
And it's
The
so
energy's
many
changing.
songs. And it's so
Yes.
many songs. It's like, could you condense it? Like Tyler's album is condensed. I get
Yeah.
you're telling a story, you hit a point, you end it. Nice and condensed. I feel
Correct.
full. GNX,
Correct.
you're telling a story, in the beginning, you end it. I feel full. Seeing these 21 track albums, 25 track. I'm like, I ain't trying to listen to all of that.
Nah,
Especially because
man.
most of your songs sound the same.
Nah, you only gonna get maybe 2 minutes before something in the house catches my attention. I'll never come back. Yeah, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. And that's another thing. Too many songs.
Yeah, and
Too
and
many
y'all,
songs.
I think what we'll leave off on because we could talk about this forever is we
Yes,
got to grow
yes.
up. We have to grow up. Like this whole term of unk, auntie, when someone's in their 30s, that's the problem. They still young. You won't start saying unk, auntie until you get to your late 40s, early 50s. Come on now, because
Yes.
that those people have lived a little bit. Those people have lived a little bit. Not saying that a younger person can't travel all over the place, but it's just like stop being in such a rush to like I guess and I had to stop 'cause I feel like I'm contradicting myself a bit. But we have to grow. Like 30s are still young, but
Yes.
that the 30s are different from your 20s. You should be more mature than you were in your 20s, in your 30s, even though that's still young. Then in your 40s, you should be more mature. You have to learn. Stop making the same mistakes over and over again. You have to do a better job at pouring into life and growing as opposed to staying in the same spot. So I think I'm saying
Correct.
two things here. Number one, we have to grow with age, but then number two, stop trying to I guess look at 30 as old or look at even the early even 40 as old. You still have a lot of life left in you. So it's like, yeah, live your life, but change how you're living your life. Like don't do the same things you were doing when you're younger. Let's move on to the next step.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, 'cause I caught myself. It was gonna be a little contradictory because like how you call me auntie, uncle if I'm in my or uncle if I'm in my 30s, but then I'm telling the same people they need to grow up and mature. That's a little
Yeah, yeah, no.
contradictory.
No
That's a little
doubt. No
contradictory.
doubt.
It's like you still young, but what you doing for fun at this age should be different from what you were doing 10 years ago, if that makes sense.
Correct. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
And also I want to say, I know you mentioned him earlier.
What's up?
Rest in peace to Irv Gotti, 54. That's a young age, man.
Very young. Very
Young
young.
age.
Very young. Yeah.
So
But with that being said, what's brewing for you this week, man?
uh nothing. Just busy, super busy. I think everybody was hearing me all the time say that I'm super busy at work. I'm an accountant, so I'm super busy at work. I'm
I
so
feel you.
busy. I wait for the weekends to not think about work, but Sunday always remind me that Monday is right around the corner. So nothing really brewing. Just I don't know, just trying to get my mind right. I know after the show I'm actually gonna go for a walk. There's a
Good.
creek. I'm not a creek. There's a nice mountain close to my house. So that's what I'm gonna do. Go there and just get my mind right, focus on nature. Let's get ready for tomorrow. So that's what's brewing with me today. This week, nothing really. Can't think of
Okay.
anything. What's going on with
Okay.
you?
Well, what's brewing for me is being productive and being disciplined and coming out with a schedule. A lot of times I'll say I'm going to do something and I have a hard time following through because so many things come up in my life and I feel that
Mhm.
I'm very scatterbrained all over the place. But I have to build a routine and be disciplined in that routine when it comes to posting content for this platform, when it comes to honoring what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to put out an episode, let me make sure I put out that episode. Stop backtracking and be like, oh, this came up, just put out that episode. Like I said, for
Yeah.
those of y'all, the AVI podcast, we're on streaming services everywhere, AVIOT. You can listen to our shows, past shows, and present shows on there. I'm going to put out our last podcast episode that we recorded last Wednesday on today. So that's going to be released today. And yeah, just doing that. I believe that's good. And it's a good habit to just have discipline in life. Discipline is attractive. Discipline is attractive. Making sure that you eat healthy meals, making sure that you are conditioning your body, exercising, making sure that you get your mind right, meditating, having just
Yeah.
positive thoughts. And for everyone on this stream, even the haters, even the people that cause a commotion, I wish y'all all the best. All right. Make sure to support our platform. Subscribe to the Chemistry Productions YouTube channel, this YouTube channel right here. We do shows every Sunday, and we try to do it in the mornings slash afternoons. But we thank y'all for tuning in,
Yes.
and
Yes.
make sure you support us on different platforms. Till next time, it's been good. I'm Jay Stokes. This is Jay Random. Peace.
Peace.